And another way to do it is to tell radio stations, TV stations, any other type of media, the Gazette or whatever newspapers are around, or the Business Journal, let them know you're an expert in a certain area. But let them know you're available, because when you see a news story come on or something big coming out of Washington that we want to cover locally, you're going to see sometimes they're interviewing somebody that's an expert. The reporter's not always an expert in everything, so he goes to find somebody. And they always mention who you are and sometimes contact information. And I would send them an email saying you're available on short notice and give them at least 2 phone numbers. I would probably give them your cell number. Every time I think I know enough about social media, there's 20 new things I don't know. So he was telling us, don't hide your secrets. Give away your secrets. People are going to come to you for more information. They may not know how to use that idea that you're telling them. And who are they going to go to? They're not going to go to somebody else. They're going to come back to you. So if you just tell general things when you write articles or do posts on your blog and things like that, then people are just going to start to get, oh, I knew that already. Tell them something they don't know, and then they're going to come back for more. Treat your customers like dogs. But if you think about it, how do we treat our pets? Sometimes better than our relatives and our neighbors, probably. And what do we get in return? We get that 100% love and loyalty. That when you come home at night and that dog hasn't seen you, or sometimes even a cat, they run up to you. We want our customers, we'd love to have that kind of loyalty, where they wouldn't even pay attention to someone who had a sale ad out there. Oh, they got a sale, but I'm going back to John's place. He's the best, because I know what I'm going to get there. And he's always loyal. Whenever I've had a problem, he's taking care of that problem immediately. I got the idea of getting my wagon out of the garage, asked my mother to make me a big pitcher of lemonade, another pitcher of orange. We used Kool-Aid, I think, in those days. And we got a bunch of glasses because we didn't have paper cups, another big bowl of water to rinse the glasses out. And I took that wagon about 3 blocks down to where they were building new houses. And I timed that so I got there about 11:45, right before lunch, because everybody had lunch at noon in those days. And all these guys were working up on these houses, sweating. It was hot out. And here comes this little kid. Who wants to buy an ice cold lemonade or orange? Only 10 cents a glass. So they'd all come down. They'd buy the lemonade. It was nice and fresh because we just made it. And I sold out 5-10 minutes. 10 cents a glass. I charged double. I delivered right to the job site. I had a value-added product. And they said, oh, you're going to come back tomorrow? I said, I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Went home, put the wagon away, brought the dirty dishes in the house, and my mother said she'd wash them. I had to give her some of the money, of course. Way of finding something different, doing the same thing, even making a little bit more money at it than everybody else was doing, just doing it a different way. The simple thing. Do something different. You're not sure it's going to work. As they used to say, we used to say in Chicago, don't bet the farm on it, but try. Try something different. It could be accepted in a big way, or it might not be, so you just move on to something else. And that's brainstorm with everybody. And by brainstorm, I assume everybody knows, and if you don't, it's just sitting down and throwing out ideas. We're doing it. I belong to, we did it the other day. Chuck was at this masterminds meeting we were at, and one of the ladies asked, gee, I need a new title for my book. I can't come up with a title that I like. So we all started tossing out ideas, and some words and different ideas, and finally she had about 6-7 ideas then. And I said, just move those words around, you got more. But she couldn't come up with them herself. And you can't come up with every idea yourself. So how do you find these ideas? There's 3 places you can brainstorm. And the first one, if you have employees or someone working with you, you should sit down and exchange ideas with them. And if you have any type of a retail business or service type business, or maybe you have service trucks that go out somewhere, the people that are doing that service are closer to your customers in most cases than you are. They talk to these people, they hear things. And most of the time, they don't always volunteer everything back to you unless you ask them. So maybe once every month, 2 months, or at the worst 3 months, have a little meeting either before work or after, get a couple pizzas in there, some pop or whatever, iced tea, and get them to sit down and exchange ideas with you.
What about a small survey, like a post?
Yeah, surveys are great. Fill out the survey and bring it in, and you get you get 10% off on your next order. You don't have to tell us who you are if you don't want. You just want the information. That's where you get ideas, because those are the people that are saying, well, if you did this for me, I'll spend more money with you. Well, you want to know what that is, for sure. And many times they won't offer that unless you ask them. Now, the third place to brainstorm, and sometimes people forget about this, is your suppliers. If you're buying, most businesses buy something from somebody to either use in their service or to resell or to add as parts to make something. So you're buying from suppliers that are in your industry. They're not talking to your end customers generally. But who do they know that you don't know? They know your competitors that we were talking about. Well, let me go into networking as another way of marketing. Networking, everybody says, oh, we're networking. We're doing it today. We're sitting here networking. Or you belong to the chamber, the Better Business Bureau, or Sales Pros, or BNI, or all these different ones.